Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Almighty Fighting Championships number 23. I'm Steve Cook-Abbott, and I'm joined by Danny Mizzen. And the action gets started straight away with the 55-kilogram catchweight. Michaela Clarke, representing the Sheffield Shoot Fighters, fighting out of the red corner in the black Nike Pro two-piece, taking on Carolina Plummley, representing Aberdeen Combat Center in the black and white leopard spot shorts. And they start trading straight away, Danny.
They do, and it looks like Caroline's throwing a bit of the heavier leather, whereas Michaela's looking to just piece it up, punch by punch, but neither girl shying away.
No, absolutely, and it's been, according to Tapology, it's been a good 3 years since Carolina Plummley earned that one win in her record.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Michaela just landed a three-piece on Caroline, and fainted the head kick, but thought better of it. Maybe she just wanted to stay on balance and not commit too much too early.
Well, we last saw Michaela here at Almighty Fighting Championships in her debut back in September, Almighty 19. And she ran into the armbar of Minnie Chow just at the end of the first round. But she looked game for that 2 minutes and 50 seconds, just got caught.
And she's game right now. That right hand is becoming a problem for Plummley. She's walking onto it. She's starting off the exchanges. You can just see Michaela just cutting a few angles, which is beautiful to see from a relatively new fighter as well. And she's not backing up too much. She's just cutting the angle. And as you can see, every time she lands that right hand, she's stopping Plummley in her tracks.
That was a nice combination there. Right hand, another right hand, and then she went to the body. But she's looking very light on her feet. And it seems like Plummley is just happy that almost that tie. I'm just going to keep walking forward and I'm going to try and land something.
And you can see it in the plodding stance, the lead leg, the shrug of the shoulders as she's walking forward. She's not dealing with the angles too well because she just wants to go forwards and hit, but she's walking into that hand of Michaela every single time. And Michaela just had a bit of a smile there. It looks like she's kind of found the groove already and enjoying herself in there. What a combination!
She just turns her head and takes him.
She does, yeah. And I mean,
and then marches straight forward.
She's Scottish. What are you going to say? You know, they're up there with the hardest of the Brits.
Good listening to the corner there. Michaela Clarke imploring her to break away from the clinch that Plummley was trying to lock her up with, and she does just that. And when she's been given time to move, she certainly seems to have far more speed, far more pace.
Now, if you watch Michaela closely, watch the front leg. The feints are coming in the dip of the front leg, and she's getting the reaction all the time. She's not having to move her hand to feint, which means that when she bites on the dip of the leg, she can strike 3 or 4 shots, but Plummley's not deterred. She's coming back to give it a bit of payback. Here's your receipt, Michaela. Michaela comes back with a 4-shot combo. Wow.
She's just picking her shots so well. And again, we saw glimpses of this in her debut against Minnie Chow back in September. Yeah. We saw glimpses of this, and now she's got an opponent that looks like they're happy to play this stand-up game with her.
That's it, and maybe she gets to showcase what she's about. Obviously, this is MMA, and no doubt she went back to the gym and she worked on everything to put it right. But you know, in MMA, if you get offered an opponent that wants to strike with you, and your bread and butter striking, then you say yes, you take it. You don't want to go out there with a grappler and get taken down. But Michaela, just watching that lead leg, and how she just kind of like drives a hip into a lead leg until she gets a bite. The minute she gets a bite, she don't pull back. And then pop, 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 3s and 4s, straights, nothing too flashy, but she's landing and she's effective, and it's making Plummley turn away.
Yep, and again, both young ladies leaving it all in there for that first 3 minutes. And of course, every fighter here is hoping to get the fight of the night bonus, or one of the awards, the fight of the night or the finish of the night bonuses. And of course, if you've got more than one fighter from your camp,
you got the team bonus. Hey, there's a lot of money to be won at Almighty Fighting Championships.
Absolutely, giving the amateurs a little bit more than most.
Yes, yeah, I remember back in amateur days, and I'd be lucky if I met 20 quid a fight. And now the fight for bonuses, which is great. But Michaela just picking up where she left off. Watch how she throws that right and creates an angle off the right all the time.
Is there any danger at all that, you know, in those phone box exchanges that she's firing more shots, but it still looks like Plummley has the power?
Now the danger is because she's got quite a wide guard when she is striking, and because she's feinting with her legs, it means that she's bringing her weight forward. If Plummley could time an exchange on the way in, straight down the middle, there would be a problem, or that would be the more obvious problem. Any punch can cause a problem.
Well, Plummley chipping away with some body shots there.
Hammer fists to the thigh now.
But you can see that Michaela's trying to position the head, but of course no knees to the head.
Yes, yeah, these not much can really go on from there unless you can get a body knee off, but Plummley being very smart and just stapling her knee between Michaela's legs right there is just stopping her from throwing, you know, at least one of those legs. If she was to throw the inside leg, she could get swept. And, you know, the Thais have got that good clinch game with the sweeps.
Well, you can, again, you can see Michaela there trying to get that hand off of her neck and succeeds, but has she walked into the double?
She may have done, and this would be a good correction for Plummley. Maybe give her something else to think about so she doesn't step in too wildly with those blitzers. Because that's where she's had the bread buttered tonight.
And Michaela was doing the right thing there. She was pushing down on the head, getting that head lower than the hips.
And there's a little bit more urgency coming from the Sheffield Shoot Fighters corner now. And Michaela listening.
And they're right to, because Caroline Plummley right now is taking this round back.
That's it.
Taking it through controlled position. And with, 35 seconds left in the round, this fight now is going to be the final 3 minutes, everything to play for. Oh, she goes old school with another hard foot stomp.
She's hit a few, and this here, the foot stomp doesn't do too much, but if you can break a couple of those bones in the top of the feet, you take away the bounciness, which Michaela has relied on to this point. The hammer fist just making a well on the left thigh of Michaela there, and it's all money in the bank. It's taking away Michaela's movement.
Michaela listening very well to her corner, staying controlled, and with 5 seconds left, just a little flurry to keep Plummley honest. But, you know, those hammer fists have marked up that thigh.
Oh, they have. And I mean, Michaela's a pale girl. She wears it well, right? Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not insulting you, Michaela, but you can see those red marks on the leg. And, you know, any red marks damage, and it's just how deep that damage goes. Is Michaela going to come out in the third round and be as bouncy as she was in the third? You know, this cardio, that's taxing being up against that fence.
Absolutely. And Plummley setting the pace and tone for that entire round. You got to think it's one each.
Oh, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. The first round was more impressive for Michaela than the second round was for Plummley. But Plummley did something in that round which basically halted Michaela.
Absolutely.
And Michaela's now got to come out and answer the question that Plummley asked in the second round.
No one questions how you got to that 10-9. The fact is she got to that 10-9.
You get to that, that's it.
It might not have been the prettiest MMA, but it was effective MMA.
10-9s are never the same from round to round, but, you know, that's how it is, unfortunately. And Plummley just, you know, playing the game.
Good touch of gloves, 3 minutes left. This women's 55-kilogram catchweight contest. Caroline Plummley in the white, just eating the leg kick there.
And disguising the leg kick by Michaela with the right hand, right kick. It just like gives you that half step. And it's a beautiful way to land what you're looking for. But if I'm Michaela, I'm not backing up to the fence right now because Plumley's got the key to that door. And
I was just about to say that. It's, you know, playing the stick and move game is fine. Just don't end up sticking your back against that cage. Give yourself some space.
And those lovely little stutter feints from Michaela coming back, but you can see she's not quite as fast with her legs. She is with her hands, but not with her legs in this round as she was.
Oh! Beautiful head kick to follow it up.
Left, right, left, head kick.
Hands on the jaw. But Caroline Plummley just, no, keep coming, catches the front teeth.
And I mean, I believe they said that Plummley was in her 40s. You don't get to 40s and stay in this game if you haven't got something to offer, and she's got a chin.
And breaks away there.
Yeah, Michaela does
Straight away
not
is
want to
Michaela.
play that game this round.
Why? Wait, a minute 40 left. Right now, you've certainly led the dance for the first half of this round.
Oh,
she just
2 feints, a switch and a hook.
and she freezes.
She
Plummley
does.
every time.
Because her feints are so quick and so dynamic, and I've been talking to my students about just making those feints sharp. And it does, it stops your opponent, and especially someone who's got a very ploddy stance like a Thai style, it stops them in the tracks.
And again.
And she's 3-4 in a row. Switches for the front kick to the jaw, spinning
And
back kick and caught by Plummley.
Yeah, and Plummley looked for a moment like she was happy to let Michaela come walking into her.
Yeah, wow, what a fight we've got to start off the evening tonight, folks.
Never fails at Almighty Fighting Championships, and once again, the first fight of the evening is setting the tone for what should be a fantastic night of fights.
It is, and you can just see that Plummley's getting pushed to the fence now, and Michaela's not wanting to engage with that. She's bracing, framing on the shoulder and pushing away like she should.
Well, absolutely. Right now, Plummley just doesn't seem to have an answer for the speed.
No.
And the accuracy.
And they're all straight shots.
Yeah, she's not winging anything.
Everything that she does that is a hook is off.
Oh,
Nice
yeah.
Return there by Plummley. But everything that Michaela's doing off, like hook-wise, is coming off the straight shots or the straight feints.
Bully her up against the cage. 10 seconds left now.
Now, you've got to think that this isn't enough to win the round, but this is an obvious problem for Clarke. Although she comes flying back out with 4 shots and a head kick, and a beautiful performance by Michaela Clarke.